everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, the passing game will be a focus. The Vikings are #1 in forcing interceptions, and they'll be up against a Redskins team that will need to avoid those turnovers. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. It's been perfection so far. They come in here unbeaten at 14-0.
And just 2 wins away from doing something only 2 teams have ever done. But the most important thing for them now is to make it to the postseason in one piece.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Redskins, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And we get a peek at the defensive starters, and it's a unit that really needs to do better than they did last week.
So I would expect them to come out with a lot more emotion this week, flying around, trying to establish a new tone, because last week they didn't feel good about it all.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. A shotgun snap for Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4". Now back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And this offensive unit should have a lot of juice coming off the big output that they had 1 week ago.
Nothing like confidence, is there? When you've played well the week before, you can't wait to get back on the field and do it again.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jonathan Allen in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. This is a nice little stretch he's putting together. Remember, 3 sacks last week.
And now he's off to the races in this game because he thinks, okay, that's the start of something big because he's in a zone. He's locked in. So offensively, you've got to occupy him. Maybe even run the ball at him as opposed to passing it so he can't just pin his ears back and rush the quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there.
And look at this. It's a fake. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play. But when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. On 2nd down, here's Goff. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Here's Goff. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 38. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And the final 2 weeks, just like a formality pretty much, they're going to be the #1 seed, but there is the matter of that perfect record, 14-0 right now. How might that change how they approach these next 2 games?
And I think what it does is it forces you to come together as a team and as an organization and say, okay, what are we really trying to accomplish here? And what's the best way to reach those goals? For some teams, the best way is to stay focused, stay locked in, go for a perfect season, and then take that open week to rest and heal up before the playoffs begin. For others, okay, we've got it locked in. Let's start to tamp it down a little bit. Get these guys rested and ready to go. All depends on your organization. I think most players would tell you, let's go for the perfect 16 and out.
Yeah, I think the fan base, they would usually say that as well, wouldn't they?
They certainly would. The hard part, though, is if you get beat along the way, we should have rested the guys.
Exactly.
You know how it works.
And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
After reviewing the play, the run on the field is reversed.
They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
The left side throw complete to Adams. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Daniil Hunter in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll fake the give. Now gone. And he's going to go down again. Daniil Hunter in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is fielded at the 27. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Vikings now heading onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they go,
oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll be marked down deep in Washington territory. A gain of 32 that time. See some head shaking on that defensive sideline because so much focus on taking away what he did last week as NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Big gain there for him to start.
I love your observation because you would think they'd be prepared for him after what he did the previous week. But sometimes that skill set actually intimidates a defense, and he used it to his great advantage.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, and they've got it here with a first down. Red zone opportunity.
Here we go. No. Check.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So Jared Goff, he is the focus of our player spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He finds his target. It's Crowder. Touchdown, Washington. Jamison Crowder with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins have made this a 1-score game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point attempt to come here. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And now out comes Minnesota. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of, and got his man, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A nice pickup of 33 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jonathan Allen in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. That goes as a gain of 37 on third down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Vikings slow to get up. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back.
All right, here we go. All right, now look at 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
They'll run with Davis. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They go again with Davis. Oh, what a move. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. The first update now from a game going on in Cleveland. The Jets out to the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good to make it 17-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Here's Myers now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They go play action here on 1st down. 1:59 to go in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. To throw on 2nd down is gone. This one caught by Crowder. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Gone. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for Washington. Now it's Curley. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a third and long.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
They're going to look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
11 more on that one and another first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks, and welcome everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get to the highlights. The Vikings are happy to be in front right now and just want to play 2 more solid quarters. The Redskins won't panic either. They know they just need to take it 1 play at a time. All right, let's get it going. Let's roll those first half highlights. 1st and 10. Here a throw deep down the field is caught, and he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to the 7-yard line. Vikings have it later on the drive. They'll go to the ground and pound here, and he'll go in for the score. As they go out in front, 10-0. Redskins with the ball early in the second. Goff's gonna find his mark, and that goes as a 74-yard touchdown. Now trailing by just 3. 3rd and long. Here the catch is made way downfield, and he'll end up at the 15-yard line before being tackled. Sticking with the same drive, Davis is going to look for a gap, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown, pushing the lead to 10. Vikings with the ball, final seconds of the half. We get a sack and fumble here. This will go as a loss of 10. So that'll do it from our EA Sports Studios. Time to get you back up to Minneapolis as we rejoin Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll be knocked down sideways. Around the NFL, they're into the second quarter in the Meadowlands. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
Here we go. Detroit!
Back to throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And Jerry Rice no longer holds that top spot. Touchdown reception number 198 gives us a new career leader.
And this guy, we know, is headed to Canton. And when he gets there for his induction speech, this will be his walkout video. This catch right here where he broke the record of the incomparable Jerry Rice.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Here's Myers now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Jared Goff, he is the focus of our player spotlight. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Daniil Hunter able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Taken in at the 22. Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really wanted.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Jonathan Allen in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
He's going to fire one. Touchdown, Vikings! And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Here's Myers now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week. You must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
From the gun, here's Goff. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. The 20, 10. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Gone. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him again, and that's his 6th sack of the ball game, one off the NFL record of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A check of the scoreboard there in the 3rd in Baltimore. And the Ravens have added to their lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And he takes it all away, but there is laundry on the field. A flag is down, and I think this one's coming back.
I agree.
Return team.
So a special teams mistake on a long punt return.
And think about the momentum that leaks out after that play, right? It's built up, terrific return, everyone's excited. But that flag on the ground can bring it way, way back.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Myers now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Goff now looks to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
3rd and long. It's gone. Crowder's got it over the middle. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here's Curley. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. As we count down through the final few weeks of the season, these guys have nothing to sweat about. They clinch the top spots, so the road to the Super Bowl, it runs through them.
And there's a natural inclination here, partner, to say, okay, a lot of guys aren't going to play down the stretch. We've clinched. We're ready to go. But there's another part where you say, let's show the league why we're the #1 team. Maybe you intimidate someone. Maybe you dissuade them from thinking that they can beat you in the playoffs by going out and being really impressive down the stretch.
Absolutely, and you want to take momentum into the playoffs. There's also pride on the line for these guys individually.
Yeah, momentum and pride. Yeah, I'd make room for them and put them both in uniform.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. The extra point now coming from Myers. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well.
Go to something
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fields. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays
and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now gone. And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
From the gun on third down, Goff. And that's caught inside the 30. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now a first down throw. Goff. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Back to throw. Goff. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A shotgun snap for Goff. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal. And this offense on third down today, they've had a lot of chances but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is third and goal. Goff now looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Elsewhere, fourth quarter score now for Baltimore. And the Ravens have opened it up a bit, leading by a couple of scores. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. That one looks like he'll throw here. A dump off for Davis. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Green, 30, Leopard!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Wide open receiver complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Let's go!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Now look at 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. That's how you, Charles. You play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
Now, I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, getting the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Elsewhere, fourth quarter score now from Baltimore. And the Ravens have wound up winning that affair. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. One last throw here for Goff. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys